This was touching. So if you didn't hear Tamari and Agar, you should go and check it out because this is a new section. There is a saying in the Bible. The first thing that God said to people that isn't good, in the first verses of the Bible, he says, it's not good to be alone. Okay? It's not good to be alone for the human being. The human being is a מילון גוגל. חיה חברתית.
Social animal.
Yes, a human being is a social animal. We need each other to feel good. It's a fact. Like, no one will want to be alone in this world with all the richness and everything. Because without someone to share your happiness with, the happiness is fake. This is the truth, okay? So there are people that going on a journeys in the world alone. So if what I said it's true, all of their experiences and everything is for vain, like there is, because they are basically alone in the trip. But the truth is that the people they are meeting and the places are the partner. Because the partner is not someone that going with you the journey. Sometimes the partner is someone that joining you in the middle of the journey and even leaving you in the middle. Because at the end we are all coming here alone. And this is our private journey in this world. But the problem is that there is something today more than all the times before this creation started until now. There is something that keeping us alone today and not together. And this something is the technology, is the internet. The internet that came to connect us. This was the origin purpose of the internet, to connect universities. This internet that came to connect us above time and space. Okay? The internet is connecting us above time and space because now I'm recording myself. So these moments that I'm talking to you will be above time until the internet will go down, of course, which to my perspective of life will happen. Because today the internet is the thing that keeping us apart. Because if there wasn't internet and all this junk, electric junk, we could not sit at home all day long and doing nothing. We would have been together outside. The internet is keeping us inside of our home without doing anything but watching the world through a screen or talking to the world through a webcam and not face to face. So the internet is separating us apart from each other with the illusion of connection. Because we are all watching one another through the internet. Do you understand what I'm saying? And there is a story in Judaism about some lady, that her name was the internet, Matronita. Her name was the internet. And this story is 2,000 years ago. Okay, listen. And this lady named the internet talked with one of the Jewish wise people. And she asked him, tell me what your God doing since creation till today. And Rabbi Yossi ben Chizma told her, he's matching match. He's doing pairing pairs. Not just between human beings, between everything. And to my way of thinking, he's playing the piano. This is what he's doing. He's matching frequencies together on a certain rhythm. And the Matronita, the internet, told Rabbi Yossi ben Chizma, I can do it also. I can connect people together in one moment. So she took 1,000 slaves, male, and 1,000 female slaves. And she connected them together. All at once, at what night? And the day after, they all came to her, one without eye, one without leg. They was fighting, they were fighting together. So she went to Rabbi Yossi ben Chizma and told him, your God is smarter than every God. Now I understand what he means, that he's matching matches. Because the internet cannot connect us. It's a bullshit. It's the fast and bullshit way. This is not a real connection. And what the internet does, I tell you what the internet is doing. Is keeping us apart. So because of the internet and the telephone and all of the technology, we can afford not to live near our families, our friends. We can be in contact by phone. By phony. Phony in English is, is fake. This is not a coincidence that the phone called like fake. Phony. He's a phony, he's a fake. This is the telephone because he's created a fake connection, because the natural way to connect with someone is to smell him, is to be with him with silence. You cannot be in your phone with someone when you are too in silence, because you cannot see him, feel him, smell him. It feels weird, so you disconnect the phone. You have to talk in the phone. You have to use the things that you can feel the other side, which is your ears and your mouth, because this is the only way you can connect through the fake world. With your eyes and ears, but there isn't smell because this is fake. And even what you are hearing is not what I'm hearing on these headphones. I can promise you that. This is a weird world. We created our hell and we are living it. And we are alone. As God said at the beginning of this creation, it's not good to be alone. But the internet, your creation, the creation you made to connect between you, is separating you. Is the Matronita, this lady, that admitted in the end that the real way to connect between people is face to face, is in real life, and not in the fake way, which is separating us. And this is the truth. And you know it is. That's why most the people of today in this world are very lonely people, especially in the Western countries. They took your need to go to the super to buy. Just stay at home and be alone. You do not need a female friend. You can go to the porn sites and you can be alone. And you know what is this condition of loneliness? Is like God before creation. He was alone. Like we want to go back to the wonderland where we are the only stars and the only people in the story. But it's not good to be alone, so we are getting depressed because of the loneliness, because this is a fake together, and the fake together is not working you to be happy. You cannot be happy from fake together. So why people are doing sports and things like that? To get together. We all need to be together. That's why we are all doing families. Not to live alone at home. To have someone that connected with you with flesh and blood around you. Because it's hell to be alone. Even there are people that like it, but in fact they are living in their mind all day long, because this is what you are doing when you are alone. You are living in your self-mind. And the mind is half good, half bad. The reality is all good. The mind is half good, half bad. It's this tree of good and bad, good and evil together. It's the mind of the human being. And the only way to stay sane in a loneliness is to concentrate on the reality around you and not your thoughts. To get rid of the ego. The ego is your thinking. Because in fact, no one is alone. All the time there is a reality surrounding you. You just not, when you are in the virtual reality, you are not aware to the real reality that's surrounding you. You are living God for the fake God, which is you. Because this is your thinking, this is your thoughts, the internet. The internet is the world of thinking of people. All the movies we are seeing, everything is people, dreams and thoughts. So we are addicted to the mind of one another, and we are ditching the body, the reality, the God. We are slaves of our minds instead of being slave of reality. We are slave of good and evil instead to be a slave of the pure good. And who are the creatures here in this world that is happy, really happy? Because human beings are not happy, because they are alone. But there are animals that are alone, and they are happy, like tigers, let's say. There are many animals that their way of living is a loneliness, where they are not packs. Not all the animals are living in a pack, but all the kosher animals are living in a pack. They are not alone, by the way. Only the non-kosher animals that you cannot eat if you are Jewish, they are alone, by the way. But how they are happy, how this tiger which is alone is happy. The truth is very simple. The truth is that he has no ego. Because he has no ego, there isn't nothing to make him sad. The only reason we can be sad and lonely is because of our ego. When we are inside of our thoughts, which they are our ego, by the way, automatically we are lonely and we are sad. But if you are all the time busy with what's surrounding you, like if you are living the moment and not your thoughts of the future and the past, then you are never lonely. You are always with God. But God is always changing faces. Depend on the place you are and the time you are in this place. And this is all the inner you which you can see outside of you. This is the basic of this Chochmes. You know, at the old times, when Israel went out from Egypt to the land of Israel, the journey of the Torah, the Bible, the Old Testimony, there was a magical food that going down from the sky to feed Israel on the desert, on the Sinai desert. There was magical food that going from upstairs. And the story is that the righteous was going outside and picking what there is near them. And the less righteous people, let's say, was going to look far away. Maybe there is something better there. This is the story. When you are satisfied with what you already got, you are righteous. When you are satisfied with the reality surrounding you and not something you cannot see, then you are happy because you are in a peace with the frequency you are in. Because your surrounding, the reality around you, you don't know, but this is your frequency of God. And if you are not peace in this frequency, with your life, you are not in peace with God. You are not peace in reality. And the way, when you are not in peace with reality, you are escaping to a different reality, which is not real, which is the virtual reality. And this is the sort of addiction to the smartphone and the virtual reality. This is the source. Because you are not in peace with the real reality surrounding you. You are busy with this reality. I'm not trying to take you away from this show. Don't be fooled. Because this reality is good and bad. It's not only bad. It's half and half. Like life, sort of. You can look here for the good. And the good here will let you go out from here. Because the good in this tree of good and evil doesn't want you to eat from this fruit. He wants you to connect with your family. He wants you to be near them. He wants you to be happy with your mate and not always look to someone better. This is the good. He's trying to convince you to be good, and to be good is to be good with the reality you are in and not the virtual reality. With God. You want to be in peace with God. To be peace in God, it's to be peace with your reality, even if you hate it. To look for the good in God. To look for the good in your reality. To look for the light. To see the logic between what's going on with you. And to understand this is your movie and you are the stars. This is the Truman Show. And you are Truman. And the show is depend on your thinking of it. Because if you are thinking of it good, everything will be good. And if you are thinking of it bad, you are writing the script of your own movie with your thoughts. You need to restrain the bad in your thinking. And this place, this virtual reality, is the place of Neverland. It's the endless places. Why to live there? Why to bother with all the demands of the real reality when you can escape to the fun reality? To the reality that let you feel together but let you be alone all day. You know what I mean? I know you know what I mean. I know you. You are good people. I'm talking to the good of you, not to the bad, the sad. I want you to be with me. מיליארד טועים. לכבוד מיליארד טועים. שאת דרכם עוד מחפשים. אם לא מצאתם, זה אולי סימן שאין. לכבוד מיליארד טועים. לכבוד אלפי צמחים. שאת שיריי לא ישמעו. עד מתי תצופו על פני מים מלוכים. לכבוד מיליארד טועים. חיכינו לך כל כך, אך את לא באת. למה את לא שלי כמו שאני שלך? שלך לאן? כבוד לא. שיט. אני חייב לעשות את זה כמו שצריך. לכבוד מיליארד טועים שאת דרכם עוד מחפשים. אם לא מצאתם זה אולי סימן לכבוד מיליארד טועים, לכבוד אלפי צמחים שאת שיריי לא ישמעו. עד מתי תצופו על פני מים אלוהים, לכבוד מיליארד טועים. חיכינו לך כל כך, חיכינו לך כל כך, אך את לא באה. למה את לא שלי? כמו שאני שלך, שלך. לכבוד מיליארד טועים, לכבוד מיליארד טועים, לכבוד אלפי צמחים. Okay, let's cut this bullshit.